Hi, my name is Matthew Jester. I'm just recording a very quick video here going over what hypnosis is and just some of the basics. So anyways, I have a certificate of completion here that just shows that I'm competent in the field of hypnosis. And we'll go ahead and get started with the introduction. So, please watch my video, Hypnosis, Abuse, and Speech Inhibition. I will leave a link in the description. I will also leave additional links in the description of other relevant videos. I've been abused with hypnosis, and my ability to speak is being inhibited with hypnosis, which is why I have to read everything when I make videos. If you notice me stuttering, speaking slowly, being unable to speak clearly, or any other difficulty speaking, I explain how this is being done to me in my video, Hypnosis, Abuse, and Speech Inhibition. Also, I will be raising my left index finger whenever the hypnosis is inhibiting my ability to speak so that I can point out the hypnosis inhibiting my ability to speak without interrupting myself in the videos. Please pay attention to my body language when I raise my finger because you're most likely going to be able to notice the hypnosis. What is hypnosis? In this video, I'll be covering a couple of theories of hypnosis, some important terms that will help anyone learning hypnosis to better understand hypnosis, going into depth on an important concept known as the critical factor or critical faculty, and briefly explaining the different techniques used in direct hypnosis and Ericksonian hypnosis. Some of this vital information is almost impossible to find on the internet for free, and even then can be difficult to fully comprehend, so I hope I have articulated and explained what hypnosis is very well in this video for you and the general public to have a clear understanding of what hypnosis is. What is hypnosis? The first theory is that hypnosis is the same thing as trance. Depending on how you define hypnosis, you could use the terms trance and hypnosis interchangeably. Although I personally differentiate, as not all trances will increase an individual's susceptibility to accepting post-hypnotic suggestions, or hypnotic commands like hypnosis is intended to. There is no official definition of hypnosis that is recognized by the scientific community as a whole, so either definition is technically not incorrect. According to the Human-Givens theory, hypnosis is any artificial method of accessing the REM state, which is naturally active while dreaming. This theory of hypnosis would provide a logical explanation for all the phenomena that is associated with hypnosis. In case anyone is not familiar with the REM or the REM state, it's an acronym for rapid eye movement and is the second stage of sleep when we dream. Hypnosis terms: somnambulism. Somnambulism is the medical terminology for sleepwalking, and in hypnosis is a deep stage of trance that mimics a very similar appearance to sleepwalking, which is why this stage of trance was named somnambulism. This is the stage of trance known to produce the most profound hypnotic effects and is when post-hypnotic suggestions are primarily given. Post-hypnotic suggestions. Post-hypnotic suggestions are the instructions and or commands given to subjects while in somnambulism that are carried out upon waking from trance or after specified hypnotic cues or after a specified date and or time. Heteroaction. Heteroaction means that after successfully responding to one post-hypnotic suggestion, the chances of successfully responding to a different post-hypnotic suggestion will increase. And then homoaction. Homoaction means that repetition of a post-hypnotic suggestion will result in a stronger or more intense response to the post-hypnotic suggestion. Critical factor or critical faculty. The critical factor or critical faculty is not a part of the brain or a tangible object. It is just a concept, although a very real concept, just like time, the conscious mind or the unconscious mind. In hypnosis, there is an important concept known as the critical factor or critical faculty. It means the exact same thing and is most commonly known as the critical factor, although in my hypnosis course it was referred to as the critical faculty, and that is what I'm going to be referring to it as during this video. The critical faculty is responsible for processing, interpreting, analyzing, and questioning information before acceptance into the unconscious mind. The critical faculty is commonly described as a filter, firewall, or barrier in between the conscious and unconscious mind that is responsible for processing, questioning, interpreting, and analyzing whether or not the information should be accepted or rejected as true or false in order to develop an accurate understanding of what the critical faculty is the conscious awareness and short-term memory, although they're not the same things. Short-term memory is a form of memory. The critical faculty is information processing. And the conscious mind is responsible for much more than processing information and short-term memory. The critical faculty is capable of processing a lot of information very quickly, although it's limited in its information processing capabilities. The critical faculty is limited to processing 7 plus or minus 2 bits of information at a time. That's 5 to 9 bits of information at a time. Very similar to short-term memory in regards to remembering phone numbers. As an example, children under the age of 7 have underdeveloped critical faculties that readily accept information without questioning, processing, analyzing, or interpreting the information. An example of this would be how children will believe in the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, and the Tooth Fairy. In the deep hypnotic trance known as somnambulism, the critical faculty can be less capable of rejecting information than that of a small child's. Hypnosis will bypass the critical faculty in a variety of ways so that suggestions will be accepted by the unconscious mind without being questioned or analyzed. Common methods for this include confusion, distraction, overwhelming processing capability, and shock. In Ericksonian hypnosis and subliminal messaging, the critical faculty is often bypassed by distracting and consuming conscious attention to an overwhelming extent that no conscious attention is drawn to the post-hypnotic suggestions or subliminal messages that are involuntarily accepted by the unconscious mind because the ability to process and or question the information is bypassed. The second method is seen in direct hypnosis and stage hypnosis, which uses shock to stimulate the reorientation response, which is a survival mechanism used to rapidly adjust a situation in an emergency and stimulates the fast-acting pathway in the brain called a PGO spike. During the reorientation response, processing capabilities are limited and the critical faculty can sometimes be bypassed, which can result in automatic or immediate acceptance of sensory stimuli and even the suggestion to sleep, inducing the subject into somnambulism. During the reorientation response, the mind is reorienting all sensory stimuli and information simultaneously, resulting in an overload of information that overwhelms the critical faculty's processing capability. Stimulating the reorientation response in a PGO spike is often used in rapid inductions to induce somnambulism in less than 5 minutes and used in instant inductions to induce somnambulism in less than 1 minute. So anyways, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it. I wasn't raising my finger as much as I actually should have been during the video, but that should do for now. I want to thank you for your time and hope you have a great day.